And we'll start our first pranayama will be the Viloma we've been practicing. So if you want to start lying down, that's fine. Sitting, that's fine. Somewhere you can be comfortable. And right away, start to deepen your breath and connect to the Ujjayi whisper of your breath. Take a few more breaths, guiding the mind back to the sound and sensation of breathing. We'll move into Viloma. Viloma pranayama. I think translate to against the hair or against the grain. So it is a little bit disruptive to a smooth rhythm, enhancing your focus. Continue to find ease around the breath. We'll break the inhale into 5 little sips, hold for a count of 5, and then a slow, smooth Ujjayi exhale for 5 counts. So we'll begin the first couple of rounds together. Empty out a breath wherever you are. And then sip in through your nose, pause, sip, pause, sip, pause, sip, pause, sip and hold. Tall spine, chin down, and Mula Bandha is welcome, but release your Mula Bandha for your slow Ujjayi exhale now. Start again. Breathe in and pause. Breathe in, pause. In, pause, in, pause, in. Suspend the breath. Chin down, the pressure is building, but stay relaxed around your face and teeth. Unless you're engaging Mula Bandha, then you can add a little pressure there. Release Mula Bandha for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start again. In and pause. 5 sips. Option to engage Mula Bandha in the pauses. Release it for the in breaths. Then hold for as long as you breathe in. Slow Ujjayi exhale. Continue on your own. You can take less sips if you find yourself struggling. I would take slower sips before you add more sips if you're finding you're not satisfied. When you finish the round you're on, do one more full round and then resume your continuous Ujjayi breath. When you return to normal breath, if it feels like you're supposed to lie down, go ahead and rest. That's fine. And then when you're ready, make your way up to sitting if you're not. Come into Baddha Konasana with soles of feet together, pressing the balls of the feet and the heels in for an active footprint. Spread the toes away from each other. Lift your right thigh up, and with your hands, start to massage the right thigh out of the right hip, making some space in the joint, unlocking that bone. And set that down and do the other side. Pick up your left thigh. And I often think of this as unscrewing it from the hip joint. And 2 rounds of Uddiyana. You'll take a big breath in, hold it for a moment with tall spine, and then lean forward to blow the air out so your belly can soften as you empty out. Hold the breath out, tuck your chin, draw your soft belly in, flare your ribs, and pull your belly up into the rib cage. Lifting the diaphragm is what we're doing. 2, maybe 3 rounds. Sometimes the first round doesn't stay empty. I think you all know this. We'll just go on our own. I'll start us off. Big breath in. Suspend it for a moment. Let it expand you. And then empty out for Uddiyana. And come into a cross-legged seat when you're done, right in front of left. Or if your hips are ready for half lotus, you can put the right foot in half lotus. Spinal twist, left hand, right knee. Twist to your right. For this opening twist, keep the chin lined up over the center of the chest, over your sternum. And direct your growing breath into your back ribs, into the back of the lungs. Inhale, back ribs lift off the pelvis and start to expand up away from each other. Keep that length as you exhale. Soften shoulders. Now unwind just enough to put your right foot on the floor. I'll leave it up to you whether you want to cross it over left thigh or leave it in line with right sitting bone. And if left leg wants to straighten out in either of those shapes, go ahead, straighten left leg out and flex toes to sky. And return twisting to the right into your right thigh. Drive the right sitting bone down to the ground. And again, lift the back ribs up. Here, find a look over right shoulder if that feels like it's unwinding your neck. If you're tightening your neck, just for the sake of looking over shoulder, let that go. Bring your head back to a soft space, a spacious place. Exhale, release. Change the cross of your legs. Left foot half lotus or left foot in front, cross-legged seat. Twist to your left. In the cross-legged variation, I like to gently nudge down the left knee. See if you can feel that seesaw effect as your knee presses out and down. Your spine can lengthen up. Neck, gaze neutral. Focus on lengthening back of spine, through back of neck, up through your crown. Do you guys know where your crown is? It's that soft spot on the back of your head. That's usually what we mean by crown. Exhale, untwist enough that you can put left foot on the floor, possibly mirroring what you chose for side one. You might not. This hip, knee might need to straighten out. That's fine. The right hip knee, that is. Untwist. And take your towel or roll it up for calf stretching. Before you step on it, stand behind it with the roll in front of whichever foot you're going to do first. I'll let you choose. Guide your hips back over your heels. Breathe the low back ribs back over your sacrum. Ramp your chin back to line your skull over your sacrum, over your heels. And then put your foot on the roll. Feel for the pelvis staying balanced in the same angle. Is essentially where we're setting up an angle for your pelvis. The standing leg can step forward in line or in front of the stretching leg if you want more stretch, more sensation. Bring your balanced pelvis with you. Feel for the lengthening of those calf muscles. Breathe the low back ribs out and relax your low belly out. Exhale, hug the low abdominals in. Focus on that breath again. Inhale, inflate low back ribs. Relax low belly. Exhale, hug low abdominals in. Shoulder shrugs. Inhale into the back ribs, shoulders to ears, low belly relaxed. Exhale, hug low belly in, squeeze your shoulders back and down. Inhale into low back ribs, widen shoulders. Exhale, middle angles of the shoulders squeeze in, low abdominals hug in. Inhale, back of rib cage, release low belly. Exhale, bottom angles of shoulder blades draw towards each other and down towards the tail. You can squeeze elbows towards each other to help, unless you're starting to learn how to do this with your back muscles. And relax your arms, step off your roll. Put it in front of the other foot. Balance your pelvis. Bring it back over heels. And then bring the low back ribs and skull back in line over your nice relaxed pelvis. Pelvic floor can let go when you got it in the right alignment. just for your information, we're trying to get it to like line up with the diaphragm. So when the diaphragm lifts and releases, the pelvic floor can start to sync up with it. It's a really fast explanation of that. All right, put your other foot on the roll. Adjust your standing foot so you have the stretch you want to feel, the lengthening in the calf muscles. A little goes a long way here. So if you're tightening to balance, back up. Ribs out, relax your low belly out. Exhale, hug low abdominals in. Inhale into the back of the rib cage. Pause, hike your shoulders up, squeeze tops of shoulders up and back. Exhale, keep squeezing, pull down. Inhale, inflate rib cage back. And keep the rib cage open as you squeeze shoulder blades straight into the spine. I should say keep the rib cage back. One more. Inhale, low back ribs, relax low belly. Exhale, bottom angles of shoulder blades draw in. Elbows can draw in also if that helps you massage the shoulder blades into those tight tissues. Step off the roll. Come to all fours for dolphin. Wrap your hands around your upper arms to measure where the elbow should be, right under shoulders. Keep them there. Either clasp the hands in front of you or place your palms down directly in front of elbows, forearms parallel to each other. Press earth away to lift out of shoulders, relax your neck, and lean your hips back. In this variation, relax neck. Relax neck doesn't always mean hang head, but now that we're upside down, hang your head. Option to tuck your toes and lift your knees off the bat. Feel for the length of your calf muscles, drawing your legs and pelvis straight back. 4 breaths. You can play with your optimal breath here upside down. Breathe into low back ribs and relax low belly. Exhale, hug low belly in and reach your sacrum back. Nice. And come on down to your knees when you are complete, when you are satisfied. We'll set up our rolls for abs with the roll. We'll use this as a counter pose for our arms, rolling up things. So whatever you use for calf stretching might be the same roll for you use for abs, and that's fine. And Lufer, I'm not sure if you're there or not. If you have questions about how to make the roll, let me know. You want to roll up something, and it can be a yoga block. Something you can hold between your legs, and it keeps your legs hips width apart. And depending on what's going on in your bony joints, your hips, your knees. For some people, a little wider than hips, some narrower. Feel safe. All right, put the roll right against your pelvis. Let's go right into stage 2. Legs straight up to the sky. Balls of the feet pressing up, toes spreading wide. Stage 1, if your low back has issues, keep your feet on the floor. Hands interlaced behind the head and neck. Point your elbows to the ceiling. Everyone take a breath down into low back. Press the low back flat. Squeeze your roll. Exhale, curl head and shoulders up. Draw navel to spine. Inhale, head and shoulders down. Hold the breath in. Squeeze, roll, tuck tail. Exhale, curl head and shoulders up. Pull belly down. Inhale, head down, tail down. Hold breath in. Press the low back flat. Squeeze your roll. Firm up around the tailbone. Contract your sitting bones. Exhale, curl head and shoulders straight up. Send triceps to ceiling to lift shoulder blades up. Keep your head relaxed into your hands. Inhale, head down, tail down. Hold the breath. Press the low back flat. Squeeze your roll. Tuck tail. Exhale. Curl heads and shoulders up. Find some softness in the belly so you can pull it towards your spine. 2 more. Inhale, head down, tail down. Hold breath. Squeeze roll. Tuck tail. Exhale. Curl head and shoulders up. Inhale, head and shoulders down. Hold the breath in. Press the low back flat. Squeeze the roll. Curl your tailbone up. Exhale, head and shoulders straight up. Draw navel to spine. Pause here. Take a breath in. Watch your belly expand with breath. Exhale, pull the belly in some more, and maybe the shoulders get lighter. Pause there at your new end point. Head and shoulders down, feet down. Keep the roll in place. We'll go right into bridge with the roll. Excuse me. Arms relax alongside the body. This is all leg butt work. Press your feet down, tuck your tailbone up, and press your hips to the sky. Not necessarily squeezing the roll. Be gentle on your knees, but engaging the inner thighs to hold the roll and press it forward. Good. Once you have that extension in the fronts of your hips, breathe the rib cage towards your chin and chest. Your back might arch up, but not in a way that puts pressure on the head and neck. Technically, this is a shoulder stand variation, so there is some pressure on the head and neck, but make sure you're not jamming your whole body weight into your neck. Send your roll forward to counterbalance. One more breath. Exhale, tuck your tail, roll upper back, middle back. Keep tucking as you roll down, holding the roll. And once you're down, take the roll away, open the knees into butterfly, Baddha Konasana. If that's not great for your hips or low back, do windshield wipes. Run breath through your inner thighs and hips. Roll onto your belly for quarter boat. Lie on your belly with your hands folded in front of you, forehead on your hands. Send breath into low back ribs. Exhale, curl pubic bone down into the mat. Start to spiral the right leg back, thigh spiraling like that unscrewing sensation from your pelvis. The direction, this screw actually has a direction. Turn your right inner thigh towards the sky. Internal rotation. Exhale, release. Relax that leg completely. Breathe into low back ribs. Exhale, curl pubic bone down. Spiral the left inner thigh internally. Lengthen back. And chances are it'll float up. Activate your feet and continue to spiral the leg back from the joint. Hips stay heavy on the mat if you can. The hip bones, pubic bones stay grounded. Exhale, release. Low cobra, hands in front of shoulders, curl pubic bone down. Inhale, pull your chest towards front of mat. Scoop your low belly up for this cobra variation. Feel for back traction, front, back, side ribs all moving forward away from the pelvis. Exhale, lower down. Downward facing dog. Turbo dog. Bend your elbows 1 inch. Hug your elbows in toward your ears. You can do turbo dog with your knees on the mat, by the way, if you want to focus on the wrap of the shoulders. That's a lovely expression, Cynthia. expression of the pose is what I meant. Exhale, straighten your arms. Step or jump your feet to the front of mat. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. 3 half suns. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Reach up. Exhale, samastiti. Inhale, arms up. You can reach back, but breathe into the low back ribs as you reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, samastiti. Once again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale to your heart. Uddiyana or Agnisar in horse stance. Step your feet out to the sides, maybe a shorter horse than usual. You want to get real grounded. Hands on thighs, lean forward, lock your elbows out so your spine is straight. Your arms hold your spine straight, your abdominals can relax. We'll take a breath in, blow it out, hold it out, keep your chin tucked. Otherwise pressure builds up too much in the throat whenever you're doing the Agnisara or Uddiyana. Holding the breath out, pull your diaphragm up. If you're doing Agnisara, it's the same thing. You're pulling up and releasing, pulling up and releasing as many times as you can while you're holding your breath out. 2 rounds. Let's begin together and then just go on your own rhythm. Getting ready for Thanksgiving. And when your rounds are complete, step to the front of your mat into Tadasana. Half sun or full sun. Utkatasana. Inhale, sit back in your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga or forward fold. Inhale, upward dog or Utkatasana. Exhale, samastitihi. Downward dog. Triangle, down dog, step your right foot 2/3 of the way up to your thumbs. If you're standing, step the left foot back. Any variation of Utthita Trikonasana, right hand down, left arm open. Feet, hips, shoulders, ideally in the same plane. Depending on your practice, your left hip might dip down a little bit. That's fine. So feel into yourself. In Ashtanga, we dip the left hip down and the triangle is almost a twist, trying to get the chest vertical. In other yogas, we bring the left hip back in line with left heel. So there's no twisting. Press your feet down, spread your toes, especially right toes, lift and spread. Good. Now use your strong legs to bring you into warrior two. Push down, bend your right knee. Widen your stance. Good. Bird's wing, relax your arms down. Then bring palms up, elbows hug into the ribs. Inhale, middle fingers towards each other. I'm sorry, that's not middle fingers, pinky fingers. Exhale, rotate the arms out. Squeeze shoulders in. Inhale, pinky fingers together. Expand the back of the rib cage. And keep the back body wide as you exhale, arms out, shoulders in, arm bones into the shoulders. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, open. Half bound extended warrior. Right forearm to thigh, left arm behind back. Full extended warrior. Left arm crosses ear. Right elbow can stay where it is or it can start to work towards earth. Runner's lunge. Hands down to either side of front foot, come onto back toes. Lizard variation. Bring right hand to the inside of right foot, heel toe right foot aside. Keep the back knee straight if that feels safe to hip and knee. Elbows might lower down. Feel for extending the spine, the rib cage forward from the pelvis. And opening back hip with the left leg, strength of foot pressing back. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Cobra, hands forward of shoulders or under shoulders. Pull on the mat. Inhale your chest forward, your shoulders back. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot forward for triangle. You're welcome to keep right hand on your hip or alongside your body as you spiral your thigh open. If you are using the arms spreading wide, spread them wide. Get the breath into the chest to counterbalance some of the heaviness of this pose. Press feet into earth. Inhale, bend left knee. Warrior two. Kite hawk. Turn your chest to face side of mat. Maybe draw the right hip back so you're really squared off. Spread your fingers like they're feathers. A kite hawk is this big Australian bird. Soften your elbows down. Inhale. Roll your thumbs back, turning the hands backwards and opening up through the collarbones. Pull the shoulder blades down. Exhale, reverse. Hands rotate forward. Elbows rise, shoulder blades rise over your shoulder blades. Go back and forth like that on your own breath. Range of motion is up to you. This is rotating the rotator cuff. So if you have rotator cuff issues, be very mindful with your movement. Less movement, more breath. You might even just limit the movement to your wrists. One more breath. Bigger movements. Use your shoulder blades to massage your upper back. Half bound extended warrior, left forearm to thigh, right hand behind your back. And same argument about this pose as triangle. Some yogas call this a twist. And some say it's a straight line from head through hips through heel. It depends on where your right hip is. If it's open in line with heel, it's more of a straight line. If you dip it, then you twist. Neither's incorrect in general, but you get to feel what's right for you today. And fully extend it, right arm crossing ear. Maybe your left hand starts to work down to earth. Runner's lunge, hands down to either side of front foot. Feel as if you're drawing everything into the center plane, contracting the sitting bones towards each other. Inner thighs lengthening on one line, spine part of that line. Lizard, left hand to the inside of left foot, heel toe left foot aside. Lower down onto your belly. Boat shoulder shrugs. Let's do the variation with hands down alongside the body. Backs of hands will stay on the floor. Legs are active, reaching back, but they might stay on the floor too. You can feel into what feels stabilizing to you, whether they float or press down. Keep them active and the inner thighs spiraling towards the sky, internal rotation. Press pubic bone down. Inhale, lift your shoulders off the earth. Head either in line with shoulders or you can let the head hang. That's what we do in Forrest Yoga. Exhale, squeeze the shoulders back. Hanging head will be extra load for your spinal muscles, which can be beneficial, unless it's not. Inhale, shoulders droop to the ground. Upper back widens. Exhale, squeeze shoulder blades in. Hands resting on mat. One more like that. Inhale, droop the shoulders to earth without falling all the way down. Exhale, hug shoulder blades towards each other, down towards tail. Breathe your rib cage forward. And lower down. Rest here or complete your vinyasa. We'll meet in warrior one, right foot forward. Warrior one, arms up. Option to press palms together. Without locking your fingers, use that pressing of the palms towards each other, squeezing of arms towards head to start to wake up and ultimately fatigue those upper back tight tissues. So you start to get movement in the upper back. Looking up is fine. That'll actually put some slack in those tight tissues. It can be nice for the neck, again, unless it's not. If you never look up, now might not be the time to start. Hands interlaced behind your back. Squeeze shoulders. Option to stay bound in Warrior 3 or release your hands down. Knee to chest pose. Some of you will bring knee into knee and then come up to standing without touching left foot down. Some of you will come into standing forward fold and stand up. Tree. Left foot on the right leg. Above the knee, below the knee, on the ankle, just not on the knee itself. Any arm variation, maybe you press the palms together overhead. Maybe you keep your hands close on your belly, your heart. Samastitihi. Half sun or full sun. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga or fold. Inhale, upward facing or Utkatasana. Exhale, downward facing or Samastitihi. Warrior 1, left foot forward. Exhale, interlace hands behind your back. Or hands on hips if interlocking hurts any of your joints. Hands on hips, shoulders back. Option to stay bound, Warrior 3, or use your hands to help. Knee to chest pose, maybe coming right into it without touching right foot down, or keep breathing. Come into a forward fold and then stand up. We've done that transition a lot. You know that's yoga. Tree. Samastitihi. And honestly, even the transition where you storm off your mat and go to the bathroom is yoga once you notice that you do that. So as long as you're breathing, it's all yoga. Utkatasana. Inhale, sit back in chair. Exhale, forward fold. Half sun or full sun. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold or Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or Samastitihi. I'm sorry, Utkatasana. Exhale, Samastitihi, downward dog. Down dog, step or jump forward. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Samastitihi. Twisting horse. Open up into your horse stance, feet 3 feet apart. Bend your knees, hands on your thighs, lean forward. Inhale, lengthen rib cage away from hips, long spine. Exhale, twist to your right, chest to right thigh. Left hand can press left thigh back, shoulder dip down if all of that feels safe. Inhale, center, long spine. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, center, expand back ribs. Exhale, twist. Complete this round. And then maybe do one more. And we'll meet in forward fold, turn toes in. Or if you feel complete after this round, forward fold. Wide-legged forward fold. Separate your feet 3 feet. I'm sorry. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Option to take your toes in a toe lock or rest your hands on your legs and start to draw yourself through. Exhale, release. Inhale, half lift. Turn your toes out, your heels in. Spider, bend your knees. Hands to thighs. Tuck your tail. Return to goddess or come to goddess / horse. Any arm variation, arms open, hands in prayer. Five-pointed star, press down to the earth, straighten your legs, straighten your arms on diagonals. Option to look up. And bring it back to center, moving energy. We'll be in horse. We'll breathe into center, gather the breath in your belly. And when you're ready to exhale, we'll push it forward with a ha. Then again, inhale center, exhale to the sides, inhale to the sky, inhale to the earth. You don't have to memorize that. And no direction's wrong. If you end up going in a different direction than me, it's where it's supposed to go. All right, so sit down on your horse. Feel into your center, hands either in prayer or you can actually put them on your body for these first couple breaths. And breathing in. Gathering up all the energy you need to move forward, to move through. Huge breath into center. And we'll send it forward with a ha. Good. Inhale, gather, center. The energy you need to move your obstacles, internal, real, imagined, and external, aside. Push it out to the sides. Ha! Good. Gather into center. Your intentions, your goals, your prayers. We'll send them above. Ha! Gather center. All this stuff, maybe this whole year, the stuff you're ready to be done with, the real and imagined, the internal and external. Let's send it to the earth where she can repurpose it into compost. Ha! Again, inhale, gather center. Exhale, press it forward. Ha! Inhale, center. To the sides. Ha! Inhale, center. Above. Ha! Inhale, center. Below. Ha! One more round. Sit down, sit down. Inhale, center. Get the heat building. Exhale, forward. Ha! Inhale, center. To the sides. Ha! Inhale. Above. Ha! Inhale. Below. Ha! Sink it down. Sink it down. Sink it down. Five-pointed star. Rise. Open up. And release. Lower your arms down. Lower down into lunge towards right leg, left knee down. Hands on either side of foot. Sink your hips towards front heel. Soft but full breath in the heart. Pigeon, right shin down. Any expression in pigeon that allows you to commune with the earth. If belly down pigeon doesn't work, I actually recommend belly down frog, half frog. Reline your belly with your right knee out to the side so you can still let go into the ground below. Take a few breaths in your transition. We'll meet in lunge with the left foot forward. Feel free to keep your eyes closed in ground below. Pigeon. Head into your relaxation. It is just about 1:26 now. I will stay until 1:33 for those of you who want to set up for a longer Shavasana. And I will let you know when it's 1:30 if you need to go then. If even 4 minutes sounds like time you'd rather use to play with your inversions, to be upside down, not necessarily resting. Maybe this is not your only Shavasana today. If it's your only Shavasana today, this is a good time to rest. I know some of you do other practices, so. I'll let you know when 1:30 comes. For those of you resting, we'll rest until 1:33 if you have time. The time is now 1:30. But if you have the space, continue to rest. Start to deepen your breath. Move your fingers and your toes. Stretch. See how many reach your arms up overhead. Yawn. Open your mouth, jaw wide. Curl up onto your side. With a relaxed neck, ease your way up to sitting. May all beings everywhere know peace. May all be healthy, happy, safe. Namaste. Thank you very much, my friends.